Have you ever wondered what secrets lie buried just beneath our feet? What stories are waiting to be told, hidden under layers of time? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most astonishing archaeological discoveries of our time, a prehistoric village unearthed in a place you'd never expect. Imagine this, a bustling community thriving almost 8,000 years ago. Not in the sun-baked deserts of Mesopotamia, but right in the heart of Europe, on the shores of what is now Lake Ohrid, nestled between Albania and North Macedonia. This isn't just any old settlement. Archaeologists believe it could be the oldest lakeside village ever found in Europe. So, what did they find? Picture a village built on stilts, hovering over the water. Divers have painstakingly excavated fragments of fossilized wood and precious oak planks. These weren't just random bits of debris. They were the foundations of homes, the very structure of a society that lived and breathed on this lake. What's truly mind-boggling is the sheer scale of it. It's estimated that around 100,000 stilts were driven into the lake bed. Think about the coordination, the manpower, the sheer determination it would have taken to build something like this 8,000 years ago. This wasn't a small camp. It was a permanent fortified village, home to between 200 and 500 people. Why the fortifications? The lead Albanian archaeologist Adrian Anastasi suggests they needed to defend themselves. But from what? Or whom? That's one of the great mysteries we're still trying to solve. This village wasn't just a place to live, it was a fortress. Let's talk about the timeline. Radiocarbon dating of the wooden stilts places this settlement somewhere between 6,000 and 5,800 BC. To put that into perspective, that's about 2 millennia before the Great Pyramids of Giza were even a blueprint. At a time when much of Europe was still transitioning from nomadic life, this community was already building a complex, sedentary society. What was daily life like for these ancient Europeans? They weren't just surviving, they were thriving. Evidence shows they practiced agriculture, raised livestock, and were skilled fishers. They were some of Europe's first farmers, part of a revolutionary shift in human history. Instead of constantly moving to find food, they settled down, cultivated crops, and built a stable life. This lake provided everything they needed: a reliable source of food, water, and a natural defense. The team of Swiss and Albanian archaeologists has been working on this site, known as Lynn, for 4 years. It's incredibly delicate work. Every piece of wood, every fragment of pottery has to be carefully retrieved and preserved. Albert Hafner, a professor of archaeology from Switzerland's University of Bern, describes it as a real treasure trove for research. He calls it one of the most important prehistoric sites in the region, and the discoveries keep coming. They've found seeds, plants, and even the bones of both wild and domesticated animals. Each artifact is a puzzle piece, helping us reconstruct what these people ate, how they farmed, and how they interacted with their environment. Did they trade with other communities? What were their beliefs, their rituals? These are the questions that drive archaeologists forward. Think about the challenges they faced. Building a village on stilts over a lake with the tools of the Stone Age is an incredible feat of engineering. It required deep knowledge of carpentry, materials, and the environment. They had to fell thousands of oak trees, shape them into posts, and drive them securely into the muddy lake bottom. This wasn't a temporary shelter, it was a legacy, a home built to last for generations. The village at Lake Ohrid is part of a larger phenomenon known as pile dwellings. Similar stilt house settlements have been found in the alpine regions of Italy, Switzerland, and Austria dating back to around 5000 BC. But the Ohrid site is significantly older, pushing back the timeline of settled life in Europe. It challenges our understanding of how and when civilization began to take root on the continent. So why here? Why this specific spot on Lake Ohrid? The lake itself is one of the oldest and deepest in Europe, a biodiversity hotspot that has sustained life for over 1 million years. For these early settlers, it was a paradise. The fertile plains nearby were perfect for farming, and the lake was teeming with fish. It was a strategic location that offered both security and abundance, but the work is far from over. It will take at least another 2 decades to fully explore and study the site. Each dive, each analysis, brings us closer to understanding our distant ancestors. We're not just digging up objects. We're uncovering the ingenuity, resilience, and humanity of people who lived thousands of years ago. Their legacy, hidden for millennia beneath the tranquil waters of Lake Ohrid, is a powerful reminder of our shared past. What other secrets does Europe's soil hold? This incredible discovery proves that history is not just found in ancient texts or grand monuments, but also in the silent depths of a lake, waiting for us to listen to its story. The echoes of this prehistoric village are finally being heard, and they are changing everything we thought we knew about our own history. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey back in time. Discoveries like this remind us that our world is full of wonders, with so much still left to explore. If you found this as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the past. See you in the next video.